Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Expresso on SABC3. Monday morning relationship goals chat with Dr. Eve. We're talking about breakups. Oh, just saying that word makes me a little bit here. My heart bleeds a little bit. Exactly. Let's talk about the right manner of breaking up. Should you be sitting next to the person at a beautiful coffee table and saying, it's not you, it's me, or should you just text that?
So the thing that you don't, well, I like texting, but that's apparently politically not correct. The thing that you should not be doing when you go through this conversation about ending the relationship is you shouldn't be saying, hey, listen, sweetie, you know, I have found somebody else. That's like too sore. Or I'm having better sex with somebody else, and that's also a little bit too sore.
But what if it's the truth, gut. Dr. Eve?
Yeah, there has to be some sort of responsibility of first looking at, this is why we're ending the relationship. Things didn't work out for me because of that. This is how I felt about it. Don't dump somebody because they've been replaced, because that's like that's really kind of hardcore.
Oof, that is. I want to tap into that question, but before we do that, let's quickly take a call. Anonymous from Cape Town. Good morning to you. Hello, Anonymous.
Hi there.
Fantastic.
Hi.
Thank you so much for your call. What is your question or your comment?
My comment, Dr. Eve was mentioning that the grass is not always greener, or it is greener. I do want to comment on, I've come out of a divorce, and it took a long time to get to that point, because you tend to become emotionally involved. You depend on the person for all sorts of different things, so you don't only lose a partner, and you lose so much more than that. Your support system, the works. And I think some women stay in relationships like that because they have no other support from anyone else. And then when they're out of it, they can't manage without that person. They tend to stay in relationships because of that. I do think that people going through things like that need support with it. It's going to be okay when things are over. Help them with getting back on their feet again. Giving them the self-esteem back. I think you can lose so much in relationships like that. However, sometimes when you're in it and you think it's going to be okay when you get out, it's also not okay. I've come through that, and I'm not okay now. I mean, I'm divorced, and he's gone his way, I've gone my way. But it's still not better. So you don't always leave someone because you don't love them, or you're not happy anymore. There's so many other reasons. It's not as easy as people saying, oh, you just move on. It's not true. There's too much emotion involved. I mean, I stayed in a marriage for a long time, and I just want to tell women it's not always easy.
Oh, goodness me. I'm so sorry that you are still hurting so much. And I think that you represent how many, many people feel. And that also, I think, with the divorce, one gets caught up so much in the acrimony of it, and the anger and the money and the maintenance, that the emotional side of it isn't processed enough. I hear you talk a lot about support and needing a lot of support. I'm really hoping you can find your own self through this process, because you can't depend on external structures, as I think you've learned in your marriage, as it sounds like to me, to depend on a person for your friendship and for your well-being.
I think that everyone tells you while you're married, oh, get out, you've been treating you like this and that. Where are all those people now?
Wow.
Oh, it's true. But so you feel very alone. You feel very alone. It sounds like you could do with a wonderful, warm, welcoming, therapeutic space where you could go and learn how to hold yourself and take care of yourself, because you sound like you're disappointed that people have let you down, almost like they encouraged you to get out, supported you to get out, and now they've all gone on with their lives, and you left alone, having taken that advice.
Exactly. I just want to tell women out there that sometimes things aren't perfect. Like when you're ticking all the boxes, you might be good at that and not good at the other thing. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. I do think that each partner you're going to move on to is going to have some other issues, some other problems. But it's okay. I think we should sometimes fix what we have and not just move on. Because moving on means, especially when you've got kids involved. And I think people tend to, I'm not saying or being gender about things, but people tend to think women just take the kids and move on. It's not that easy. There's too much involved. I used to be such a outgoing fashionista, and now I feel like I'm just missed because of the decisions I've made.
Sweetie, really, please get to, I hear that you are in Cape Town. Please, there's FAMSA organisation, which is nationwide, which is really helpful to you, but it sounds like you are needing support right now. So please, will you get yourself, phone them up and get some therapeutic support for yourself.
Well, thank you so much for calling us, Anonymous, and for sharing that that feeling with us. And I think it's a common feeling that, as you just said, Dr. Eve, is shared by very many people, not just women, but men as well, because the emotional attachment of being in a relationship is sometimes just so deep that it's difficult to move on.
And even if it's negative, Katlego, it's involvement.
Absolutely.
It's the heart.
Yeah, well, that's been a very enlightening conversation, so thank you very much for joining us on this Monday morning. We hope that it did shed some light for you at home as you reflect on your relationships and how to make them better, how to grow them, make them stronger. We will continue, of course, next week, Monday. That's when we do it again. Thank you very much.
See you then.
Thank you very much. Are we doing this now? Is this our thing now?
Should we?
I've never seen this before.
Wow,
we've got the little click going on there.
Why not?
Say what?
Rituals.
It just happened right now. Anyway, listen, right now over to Uzoe. Utini na wena?